Year 4, I miss you every day. I really hope you're doing okay. Using your gem powers in all the right way. Of course, Mrs. Chambers, I hear you say. Now, you could be thinking, Mrs. Chambers, stop singing. Or you could be thinking, wow, Mrs. Chambers, that's amazing. And I've been wondering, how do you make that sound? Where does it come from? Well, you might have heard of something called a voice box. The actual name for it is called a larynx, and that is what we are going to find out about today as we continue to be scientists. So, I would like you to try and find where your larynx is. You might feel a little bump here, and if you feel here and if you say, Mrs. Chambers has an amazing voice, you can feel your larynx vibrating as you're saying it. That's your larynx working. Say it again. Mrs. Chambers has an amazing voice. Oh yeah, I can feel that right there. This is a 3D model of a larynx. So a larynx is made of cartilage. Cartilage is a firm tissue and its main job is to connect the bones together. It provides support, but it's less rigid than a bone, and it also allows for some flexibility of movement, but it has more stability than a muscle. So it surrounds and protects the vocal cords, and it also prevents food particles and fluid coming into the lungs. Okay, so it does a very important job. Now, as you can see, it's made up of different parts. So we have got this part at the bottom is called the cricoid cartilage, the purple bit. The blue bit is the thyroid cartilage. And then we have got the arytenoid cartilage, these two bits here. And then we have got the epiglottis, that's this part here. And then the string that you can see is the vocal cords. So that is my 3D larynx, and I'm going to show you how that works. This is looking down into the larynx, okay, and this part here earlier that we talked about called the epiglottis. So the epiglottis acts almost like a trap door. So if there is food or fluid coming down, to stop it from going down the wrong hole, this can come down like this, stopping it from going down into our lungs. When you breathe, your vocal cords open up and relax. Okay, so that string in there is representing your vocal cords. So that's them opening up and relaxing so the air can travel to and from your lungs. However, when you talk, it changes and actually they come together. So the string, which is acting as the vocal cords, they come together, and what happens then is the muscles push air up from your lungs and through the narrow opening between the vocal cords, and the force of the air causes the vocal cords to vibrate, and this vibration then produces sound waves, and we have found out what happens from there. Now I have a visitor who's very excited to meet you, who is going to give you lots more information about the larynx. Enjoy. 4. I'm the coolest part of your body. You couldn't speak or sing if it wasn't for me. What's my name? I hear you say. I'm the larynx. I'm cool in every way. I'm the larynx. Can't you see? Come on, take a look inside of me. Cartilage makes up my anatomy. Thyroid, arytenoid, cricoid, that's a lot of oid. Epiglottis and the vocal cord. Can you remember all that now you've been told? Breathe. Your vocal cords open up. That's good. Now air can get in and out of your lungs like they should. Wait, some food is coming. Where's the trap door? Epiglottis has come down, so fear no more. Wait, The vocal cords come together. That's talking. The air rushes past in a smaller space. That's shocking. This rush of air makes the cord vibrate and sound waves are made. Do you remember our mate, Super Rock or Captain Soundwave? Continue on. And that year 4 is where your voice is from. Right, don't worry, I'm not going to sing again. The reason why I've got this is to show you the changes that happen to the larynx. So when your body grows and changes, your larynx also grows and changes. And what happens is the vocal cords, so what we just looked at a moment ago, bits of string in here, the vocal cords, they lengthen and they get thicker. And as they get longer and thicker, it changes your voice. Okay, so this guitar here represents the long, thicker vocal cord, and if you listen to the sound, it's quite deep. Whereas a thinner and shorter string is a lot more high pitch. So as a child, you've got a thinner, shorter vocal cord, so your voice is more high pitched. And as a grown-up, it gets thicker and longer and therefore becomes deeper. And you have probably noticed that a male's voice is in fact most often deeper than a female's voice, and that's because theirs grows more and therefore they have a deeper voice. So it grows longer and thicker and they have a deeper voice like this. Okay, and a female voice is often a little bit more high pitched. When the larynx gets bigger, it tilts at a different angle, and sometimes you can see this in people's throats. And because males' larynx grows bigger, that's why you can often see what we sometimes call an Adam's apple poking out of here. So if you do this, you can feel yours, but if you look around at members of your family who are male, you might be able to notice that theirs sticks out more than members of your female family. Have a look. Right, I hope you have found out lots of interesting facts. Now go and use your gem powers and start your task. Good luck.